Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another BKFC Reddit Ask Me Anything. We're joined by Jivko, one of the stars of the upcoming Bulgaria show. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, fine, relaxed, ready to do some interesting interview.
I like all the trophies and stuff behind you. We were talking about them a while ago. So you've been competing for a long time in mixed martial arts and grappling, correct?
Yes. I have. I'm eight-time gold medalist in grappling, and I'm also five-time amateur national MMA champion before I start the professional career.
Are you more of a striker or a grappler? Do you feel like you're better?
In the beginning of my career, when I started to train MMA, I liked to take my opponents down, and I was working a lot of on the ground stuff, not so much on the striking. And I developed a lot my ground game. I almost, when the amateur fights started, I almost take my opponents down in the beginning, do some control, do some submissions and stuff like that. But after the years went gone and gone, I start to work a lot of my striking. I get a good boxing coach, and I develop also my striking to a level like this. So I became a knockout artist too.
So we over in the United States, I know you fight for KSW, I believe.
Yes.
What kind of fighter are you? What kind of what can we expect from you?
You can expect after 1 week a lot of fireworks, and you can expect a great fight, which will end. I hope and I'm sure that I will be the winner from it.
Okay, so we talked to Lubo the other day. He said there's one guy that you have to talk to. It's Jivko.
Yes.
How do you know how do you know Lubo? Have you guys been friends for a while, or is it just through competition?
I work with Lubo from over a year ago. During my career, I know him like a person, but I didn't work personally with him. So when I started to work personally with him, I saw that he's a great guy, and the cooperation with him is very good. Why? I will tell you why. Because when you collaborate with something, no matter if it's manager, if it's trainer, if it's coach, or someone like this, the most of the people are born with this kind of mentality that they want to view only their kind of view. But Lubomir, he's always, when you collaborate with him, he will always listen you and make a view from your side, so the communication with the both of you will be good, and everyone will be satisfied from the things you do together. I will give you one simple advice. At least he's calling me for a fight, and he's telling me this is the conditions. Are you okay with them? Do you want to change something? The purse is this, the opponent is that. If you're okay, if you're not, he's always like this kind of person that he will be on my side and we will look my point of view for the things we do together.
Okay, so your upcoming opponent, we saw him on the last Bulgaria card. Have you seen him fight before? Did you have to put quite a game plan in? Did you ask to fight this guy? Like what can you tell us about your opponent?
I watched him. I saw him for the first time year ago when he fought in Bushido. I also watched him fighting our Bulgarian Mladen Iliev on the last BKFC. He's a southpaw. He's a kickboxer. He's a good striker. He have good left hand. Also, he's aggressive fighter. He likes to go forward. But I'm ready to go to hell from taking that victory out from the arena. So the people can expect a lot of fireworks, and maybe this can be the fight of the night. I'm sure.
So is that your message for this guy? Is expect to go to hell because I'm gonna knock you unconscious? Like, do you have a message for the fighter?
Usually I'm a trash talker, but right now I will keep my patience, like composure, and let the people see what will happen after 1 week. So I only want to tell him that I hope he to be good prepared, because it will be a really tough fight for him, and I don't think he is facing till now as experienced opponent as me. So it will be a tough night for him, but in the end of the day, we're fighters. I always respect my opponents, and I'm hoping the both of us get out of the fight without any injuries, because
Sure.
I don't hate anyone. We have the same dreams, but it will be a tough night for him.
Okay, so we talked to Lubo, and he said he did a much better job this time matchmaking. He said I went out and I got Jivko. He said he's a knockout. He's great at knockouts. He has most of his fights are first round knockouts.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
is that
yeah.
true?
Yeah, it is. You can open my topology and see I have 21 professional fights. My record are 15 victories, 6 losses, and from 15 victories, I have 14 first round finishes.
Okay.
9 with KO, TKO, and 6 with submission. So, yeah, you can definitely. I like to going for the knockout, but my mindset is like this: when the fight is start, I'm not 100% in my head. Oh, I gotta knock out this guy out and stuff like that. This is happening from my nature of fighting. I'm start to search exchanges, start to throw more hard punches. I see how my opponent reacts, and the moment is just boom. The moment is always coming. But I think it is the naturally in the fighters who are knockout artists. They don't go on the fight thinking, "Oh, right now I gotta knock out this guy out." This is happening from the situations and from the timing, you know. But you gotta have the power in your hands to do it. If you don't have, you cannot do it, and you gotta train a lot for it. This can be trained. Back a lot of heavy back workouts, a lot of boxing. But not everybody have. Some guys are like to just striking and doing points. So I like to hit hard all the time. So it is strange. I can't explain it, but when you find that power in your hands, the mentality and your mindset becomes different. You become more confident and stuff like this. Confident. Sorry.
No, you're fine. So this fight will be your first time without gloves. Have you done any special training for your hands to toughen them up for this fight?
Yes, yes, yes. In in the last event in Bulgaria, when the most of the fighters started to train for the BKFC, I watched all of them were doing sparring with big gloves, with boxing gloves, sparring with MMA gloves. This is okay. I'm also doing this, but for me, the first thing you gotta do is making your knuckles to be ready for the impacts that is expecting them on the fight night, because you can be really good with gloves and stuff like that, but if you don't make your hand to be like like stone for the night, you can easily break
Sure.
your, and this is no guarantee that if you make it good and strong that you will not break it, but it's better to do your knuckles ready for the impact which are expecting them.
Okay, so one of the things when I was talking to Luo about you, he said you have to watch this guy's fight from 3 weeks ago. He had a highlight reel knockout. Like, can you tell us about your knockout from a couple weeks
Yes,
ago?
yes, I fought on Senshigawa over a month ago with Sheriff Drum. 7 victories, 3 defeats. He was with good record, and nobody hasn't knocked him out in his career. He have only 2 losses with decision and 1 with submission, I think. So I said to myself, if I go out there and beat the guy on his best side, it will be good. So yeah, in the beginning of the fight, I took him down a couple of times, but he got up, so he was very hard to take him down on the ground. And I started to
Okay.
search exchanges, and I knocked him out with right uppercut. And he was a southpaw also. He was switching me stance. He's orthodox, but he was switching me stance southpaw, and I knocked him out in southpaw with right uppercut, which is a good prediction for 1 week in the BKFC.
Okay, and another thing Lubo said, he goes, I hope Yivko comes out here and does well because I want to see him back in BKFC. Like, is that your plan to come back to BKFC, or you plan on just continue whatever your career takes you? Is you're gonna do?
If I gotta be honest, I want first to walk out after 1 week, see how the fight goes. I have no doubts that I will be the winner. But bare knuckle and MMA is something different, and I want to see how I perform on this style, because I have no doubts that I will not make good or something like this. But just because it's different, I want to see how I perform. I'm sure that I will perform outstanding and good and get the victory. And after that, we will see what offers we have on the table, and we will decide with Lubo and with my manager what is the next step. Because I have offers also from big organizations, so I want to go there also as well.
How old are you, and what weight class do you fight in? Do you feel like you're big for your size, or do you feel like you're small and you should go down? Like, how do you feel you are?
This is a discussion that I was thinking for a long time, because it's a really hard discussion. I start to train MMA from 10 or 11 years ago, and all the time I was cutting to 7-7. And my nature first, I start to compete on lightweight when I was in the first year. But after that, I gain weight, so I start to perform on 7-7. Right now, I will cut down to 7-9 because this is the category at BKFC. But I think in the MMA, I will go one category up. I will fight on middleweight. I know that I don't have much size for middleweight, and it's better to fight on welterweight. But this weight cutting, the last times, my body didn't react so good, and I feel very powerful at 84. The last fight I fought on 84, and I feel my full potential of power and strength are there. Like I said, I know that I don't have the size for a middleweight because I'm usually a welterweight, but my body reacts very good when I cut not so much kilograms, and I listen to my body at first, because many coaches are saying you gotta cut weight, you gotta cut 10 kilos, you gotta cut 15 kilos, you gotta go on small category. But my way of thinking, what I see, how my body reacts, you gotta do and you gotta perform at this category. Your body are feeling the most potential of power and recovery and strength and stuff like that.
So
This doesn't mean that I will not fight on 7-7. I will fight also on 7-7, but in my mind I feel that it's the best to go category up.
I understand. So last night they had a weigh-ins because we have a fight tonight in the States, and one of the guys, he weighed in at 155 pounds, and then he showed himself on the scale later that night, and he had gained back 30 pounds, and so it's like 15 kilos. It's crazy the weight that some of these guys will cut, and I feel like it's dangerous. I think it's a smart thing for you to kind of stay more close to your natural weight.
It's a really hard discussion, because on the other side, in the big organizations, the middleweights, the 84 kilograms, they're high athletes. Someone are cutting from 100 kilos to 84. But I also see on the sparring sessions that when I spar bigger guys, this is no problem for me, because my style is, I'm aggressive, I'm go forward, I grapple good, I have strength. So I don't know, we see what happened, but this is a second victory in a row for me in MMA at 84 kilograms. So I will try, and I'm sure that I will be good at this category. But this, like I said, this doesn't mean that I will not cut to 7-7. I will fight on 7-7 also. We'll see what happens. I'm not get the final decision yet.
What is your goal for your martial arts career? Like, what do you want to? You want to go into movies like some of the guys do? Do you want to have your own gym? Like, what do you want to do when your career is done?
So when my career is done, right now I'm working, because there are, I hope, 10 or 12 or 13, 15 years that till my career is done.
Sure.
I will stay in the sport for a long time, but right now I'm working to open my own gym. I think I will need some time, because I want to make something in Bulgaria that is doesn't that is not made here yet. So I want to make here a big MMA gym, and I'm working on this idea. So I think after a year or a year and a half, I will start to realizing it, and I think it will be a very successful idea. So I want to develop the sport also, and I want to make something here in Bulgaria that doesn't made here yet.
Is your goal to get a couple big knockouts over there in Bulgaria and then come to the United States? I feel like we talk to a lot of you foreign fighters, and you go, I want to come over to the States and I want to fight the big guys over there. Is that your goal?
I cannot say this is my 100% goal. I will come for in the United States for sure for making a camp. I'm planning this also. I would like also to fight in Europe, but depends on the offers that are coming. Depends on the organizations. I'm ready to go anywhere. I don't have any stoppages in my head. United States, Europe, and stuff like that. I'm ready. I'm ready to fight the best in the biggest organization, because I have big plans, big ambitions, and I want to go forward, man. I don't want to stay, in fighting in Bulgaria. Fighting here is good on Senshigao, like in BKFC, when big events are hosting here is good. But in my head, I know that I have qualities and I can give something big for the sport.
Okay, so is there any message for anybody before we finish? Like, do you have anybody you want to give a thank you to, or do you want to say anything to
Yes,
anybody before we
yes, of
end?
course. Yes, of course. On the first side, I want to thank all the people that support us. A lot of people are messaging us. I want to thank my coaches. I want to thank Lubo also for putting me in the event. I want to thank all the people who helps us grind, and thanks them a lot. And see you at the arena after 1 week.
Well, we look forward to watching it. I'm going to go ahead and include your a link to your Instagram because I think you post some great stuff and you have some great knockouts on your Instagram. So I'll post that. And if people want to find you, like they definitely should check you out on YouTube before the fight because you have some
Yes.
awesome fights out there.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it a lot, man. Thank you very much.
Have a great day and good luck on your fight.
Thank you very much. Have a great day too, brother. Who's